heart of Florida's forgotten coast, amidst the laid-back charm of Port St. Joe, stands a testament to vision, partnership, and the power of turning dreams into reality. This is the story of Hotel St. Joseph. Not just a building, but a dream nurtured by two couples whose journey began with a simple handshake and blossomed into something extraordinary.
Well, my name's Alan Harkins. I've known Ben for about 15 to 20 years. I'm not exactly sure. He built a porch for me for our family's beach house in Mexico Beach, and we've stayed in touch ever since.
We did a audition for Alan and his dad, and we just stayed in touch and just kind of talked to each other throughout the years, every couple months, and see what each other was doing, and led to this.
What started as a casual connection between a hotel developer and a custom home builder evolved into a major partnership. Then, laying just a quarter mile from the former Florida National Bank, saw its dormant potential. He knew it needed a new purpose, and he knew just who to call.
I literally live a quarter mile from this property, so I drove by it every day for years. And then at some point, I just kept looking at it going, this has got to be something you can do with this property to make sense.
He called me about it. I'm pretty familiar living in Mariana and vacationing down here all my life. It really boils down to location, location, location. He had a great project in a great spot. It made sense.
The vision soon expanded to include their wives, Jennifer Harkins and Ben Carnes, who quickly found a shared passion for design, which soon blossomed into a harmonious working relationship.
You met when they decided to
do this hotel.
And this project.
Yeah. So we've got along beautifully.
Yes, we have.
It's been
Luckily,
great.
we have the same taste.
It's been great.
The building, a landmark since 1966, stood vacant after Hurricane Michael, largely due to extensive water damage. Many saw a challenge, but Alan and Ben saw an opportunity, albeit one that required significant ingenuity and effort.
I mean, the building had not a ton of damage, just water damage from Michael. I think that's why it sat here for so long. I think a lot of people looked at it and couldn't figure out what to do with it. And I looked at it for a year and couldn't figure out what to do with it. So I think when I got Alan involved, it was another set of eyes and another brain trying to think about what we could do with it. Ultimately, the hotel made the most sense.
When you're a hammer, everything's a nail. And when you come from the hotel business, you see potential of what you know. We had to do some due diligence in the building to see if that would even work.
The demolition alone was a monumental task, revealing the incredible solidity of a building, built like a tank. The immense bank vault presented a particularly stubborn obstacle, ultimately becoming a unique feature of the new design. Perhaps the biggest unexpected hurdle was the requirement to raise the entire building 5 feet due to new flood elevations.
We started with a lot of labor demoing the building. It was a massive undertaking with a lot of hand labor, a lot of manual labor. We couldn't really get equipment inside because it was an existing building, so a lot of it was done by hand, just tearing everything out, throwing everything out, walls, ceilings, wires, concrete. There was an existing vault in there that was a big challenge. It was actually a very big vault, a lot bigger than today's banks. So that presented a big challenge trying to work around that. We ultimately decided not to demo it because it was almost impossible. The walls are about 2 foot thick. So we basically built the 2 bottom floor bayfront rooms around the vault.
I guess the biggest surprise to me was the fact that we had to raise it to 5 feet. I didn't really realize that we would have to do that because of the floodplains.
And I think that people in Port St. Joe really like the fact that we kept the bank building, the footprint of the bank.
Like right now, we're on top of the old drive-thru.
The vision for Hotel St. Joseph extended beyond just a structure. It was about creating an experience. Alan, with decades in hospitality, meticulously planned room layouts focusing on guest flow and comfort.
Room layout was probably my biggest contribution to that because of understanding the flow of how things, what a room has to have in it, more spacing of things, and how much space is an acceptable amount of space and what's too little, too much.
Me and Alan would text back and forth about hotel rooms and dimensions for a year at least.
Oh, I text
Yeah.
21 feet. 34 feet. Just weird text.
Unexpected design elements, like the striking grand staircase and the elevated pool offering unobstructed bay views, evolved organically during the renovation, proving the adaptive nature of their process. Meanwhile, Jennifer and Ben poured their collective creativity into every aesthetic detail.
Our part in the renovation was the design, picking out the things for the room. We picked out every single thing that you see in the hotel, all the pictures, wallpaper, furnishings, tables, chairs, everything.
My husband is a custom home builder, and I've helped many of his clients over the years. It was kind of like second nature to me, just a much bigger project.
Their shared goal was to make each room feel less like a temporary stop and more like a high-end custom home, tailored for families. This meant incorporating practical features often overlooked in traditional hotels.
And we talked about, when we travel, what are some things that we feel like lack in the hotel market? So we made sure that we included certain things in our rooms to make them family friendly. So most of our rooms have built-in bunks when you walk in, pull-out beds, and a separate king master suite.
We tried to be very family friendly and think about all the little small details. I wanted 2 plugs. I wanted a plug on both sides of the mirror on one because, you need that. And I also wanted the shower. I wanted to be able to turn the shower on without getting in and getting wet.
Yes.
So we, just little things that we picked up.
Even the smallest details, like the perfect shade of blue for the room doors or the distinctive navy wallpaper, underwent meticulous consideration, highlighting their commitment to aesthetic excellence.
Our biggest challenge was the color of the hotel doors into each room. Jennifer and I wanted to find the perfect shade of blue, and we really struggled with that. We had a sample door set up in the second-story lobby that we probably painted 10 different shades of blue until we found the perfect shade of blue that worked for the doors that lead into the rooms.
I think once we found the wallpaper, all the rooms have that navy wallpaper in it. I think once we found that, we just kind of were like, yeah, this is it.
I built custom homes for 20 plus years, so I think for me it was trying to make a product that resembled a custom home more than a hotel.
Hotel St. Joseph is deeply intertwined with the fabric of Port St. Joe itself. It's a town that prides itself on its authentic charm, welcoming spirit, and an abundance of activities for every kind of traveler. Ben and Madeline, as residents, cherish its tight-knit community.
The people are awesome. Just the small town feel.
Obviously, it's a beautiful place. We live right here, so every day we get to see the water, and it's a really nice community to live in, raise kids in.
I've always used the term that St. Joe's kind of an organic beach town. It's not designed like the beach towns on 38. This has all evolved from real small business people developing small businesses, and it just has this organic feel to it. It's real.
Port St. Joe offers a unique coastal experience. Its preservation of large bayfront public parks sets it apart from other coastal towns, providing ample space for relaxation and recreation.
One thing I think about Port St. Joe that is unique to Port St. Joe that you really don't see it anywhere else is that somewhere along the way they decided to conserve and own a lot of their bayfront area. They have bayfront parks. These parks have beaches on the bay, and hopefully they'll expand that and make that even more, but you have, 20 acres of land sitting right in the middle of the town that is completely public use.
Sunsets are absolutely beautiful. I don't know if I've seen prettier sunsets anywhere else other than St. Joe.
The town boasts a vibrant downtown within easy walking distance of the hotel, filled with local boutiques, bistros, and restaurants. From fresh Gulf seafood to diverse international flavors, Port St. Joe's culinary scene is a delight.
We have a thriving little downtown that's within walking distance.
If you stay here, pretty much everything is walkable. I own a store on Reed Avenue, and there's lots of really awesome shops on Reed Avenue. There's ice cream shops, there's coffee shops, little cafes, really good restaurants. It's definitely a great place to spend the day.
We sit right beside one of the nicest restaurants in the region, White Marlin. We're steps away from that, and I think it's just a wonderful synergy between the two of us.
Beyond dining and shopping, the area is an outdoor enthusiast's paradise, offering golf, fishing charters, scallop harvesting, and miles of scenic biking and walking trails. The vision for Hotel St. Joseph was not just to build a beautiful hotel, but to enhance the entire Port St. Joe experience, drawing new visitors and contributing to the vibrant local economy. It fills a crucial gap in the local accommodation market, offering a unique product tailored for families.
I hope they feel like they've walked into a nice space that's comfortable. Val and I really tried to think about the details. What are the things that we like when we go to a hotel? Just like we have 2 bottles of water in the room. When I go to a hotel, I don't want to hunt down water. I want water to be in my room. And so we put water in the room, coffees that are in the room, just little things like that.
I want them to feel really at home here. The point of being here is to relax. You can't relax if some aspect of your stay is not going the way you'd like it to go. You know, at the end of the day, that's what we're selling. We're really selling a great, relaxing, comfortable experience.
For Ben, the satisfaction comes from seeing guests genuinely enjoy the space they've poured so much into.
I'm proud of the hotel. I think everybody at Sears has enjoyed it, and that feels good, you know, when you read the reviews and everybody's happy.
Allen emphasizes the hotel's role in expanding the region's appeal, believing that drawing new visitors ultimately benefits everyone.
Like I said, we want to expand the pie. We want to get someone to stay here that might have stayed somewhere in another town to stay with us instead of somewhere else. We're really trying to draw new customers to the town. Rising tide lifts all boats.
From an unexpected partnership in a historic building, Allen and Jennifer Harkins and Ben and Madeline Carnes have created more than just a hotel. They've built a welcoming haven, a luxurious retreat, a vibrant hub that invites you to discover the magic of Port St. Joe. This hotel will probably be here 50 years from now, sitting there looking at this beautiful view. It's the smallest hotel they've ever built, but it's a testament to their dedication to providing the best possible service and experience. The completion of this project is a moment of immense relief, pride, and excitement for the future of Hotel St. Joseph. Hotel St. Joseph, welcome home.